Hi, I'm Tanisha and you're watching this video with just Tutors.com. Today we are going to learn about decimal numbers, and in this video we'll mainly focus on multiplication of decimal numbers. We'll be multiplying the decimal numbers by a whole number and by 10, 100 and 1000. Before we move on to the topic, let us try some warm-up questions first. If you want to try the questions for yourself, you can pause the video and match your answers later. Question number 1. Split the following numbers, and the number is 345. So if we try to split the number, the answer would be 300 add 40 add 5. Likewise, we can do the same for the other number as well, which is actually a decimal number, 1278.1. So for this, the partition would be 1000 add 200 add 70 add 8 add 1 over 10, because that 1 is actually after the decimal, so that is gonna be in the fraction form. So that would be the partition of this decimal number. Let's come to question number 2. Circle the smallest fraction. So of course, if we want to compare the fractions, we need to make the denominators look alike, and then we can figure out that 1 over 2 is actually the smallest fraction of all these. Now let's move on to the topic for today, which is decimal multiplication. So let's start with an example, which is 2.8 times 7. So the first step says to ignore the decimal points completely and go on with the multiplication problem. As you can see here, we have done 28 times 7, which is 196. Now, point number 2 says to count the number of digits that are after the decimal point in both the numbers, which is 2.8 and 7. So we can see that in 2.8 we've got one digit after the decimal point, which is 8, and in 7 we've got none digit after the decimal point. So in total we've got only one digit after the decimal point. Let's move to point number 3, which says place the decimal point in your answer keeping exactly the same numbers of digit after the decimal point. So when we did the times there, the answer was 196. And if we want to have just one digit after the decimal point, the correct place would be after 9, and hence the answer is 19.6. So this is how we do the multiplication of any decimal number with a whole number. Let's move to the next topic, which is multiplication of decimal numbers by 10. So we need to keep in mind that whenever we multiply, we move the digits to the left. And because you're multiplying by 10, we'll be moving the digits by only one place, because we have got only one 0 in 10. Let's start with an example, which is 1.69 times 10. So that is 1.69, which is placed in this place value chart, and then we are multiplying it by 10. So we are shifting the digit one place to the left. So 1, which was in the units place, has come into tens, and then 6, which was in the tens place, has come into units, and then 9, which was in the hundreds place, has come to tens. And so the answer is 16.9. Let's move to the next thing, which is multiplying decimal numbers by 100. So remember, because we are multiplying, we'll be shifting the digits to the left, but this time we'll be shifting by two places because we've got two zeros in 100. Let's start with an example again. 2.51 times 100. So we have placed the number in the place value chart, and remember, you can always fill the blank places with a placeholder that is a 0. So now we'll start shifting the digits. So 2, which was in the units, is now in hundreds, and 5, which was in tens, is now in tens, and then 1, which was in hundreds, is now in units. And of course we can put the placeholders. So the answer for this question is 251. Likewise, we can try to multiply the decimal numbers by 1000. Again, we'll be shifting the digits to the left, but this time by 3 places, because we've got 3 zeros in 1000. Let's start with the example again. 1.2 times 1000. So we have placed 1.2 in the place value chart, and then we are shifting it. So 1 came here, 2 came here, and we have filled the blank spaces with the placeholders that is a 0. So answer for this question is 1200. Now we've got some practice questions, and you can pause the video, try the questions by yourself, and then you can match your answers here. So answer for question number 1, part A, is going to be 568. For part B, the answer would be 125. However, for part C, the answer would be 1024.32. Let's come to question number 2. If you try to solve it, the answer for this is going to be 10.5 centimeters. Likewise, for question number 3, the answer would be 10.4 meters. And for question number 4, the answer would be 3,805 grams. Or if you want to get the answer in kilograms, that will be 3.805 kilograms. Thank you for watching the video. For more, please log on to justtutors.com.